Okay, so it is April 26, 2026, and I'm going to tell you how bad Mr. Perry has made my life. They have human trafficked me. They sold me to some guy named Larry Hughes, who is a Houston realtor, and they've been trying to deliver me to the buyer for years, and it is illegal to human traffic in the United States. 13th Amendment comes with a life sentence per count. We understand you have 106 hostages at your compounds that you say are homes for unwed mothers, and they are not. They are baby factories where you have these girls get pregnant, sell the babies, and apparently you make a fuck ton. We heard one of your guys say, see, there is a police investigation, Mr. Perry. The evidence of that is when we find out everything you're up to before you do it. And details about your compounds, which we got after you took my college. You take from me, we take from you. You cause problems for me, we cause problems for you. Just because nobody will tell you anything about who it is or details about what we're doing doesn't mean there isn't one. The evidence of that is on the 419 pages of the blog. And every time you ask, how'd she get that information, and how'd she find out, and how'd she know to do that, or how'd she know not to do that? Your cover-up money is buying us information about your crime so that we can put you in jail, and you're gone. That's what everybody else wants. We live in a civilized society. Normal people made your crime illegal because it is abhorrent. You are the minority. We are the majority. You got caught when you do it to me and my kids. You get caught. You pay. Right now you pay with intel. We're going to use the intel to put you in jail. It's our intel. We decide, not you. We've always controlled the flow of information. We've got that locked down. You know why? You horrify people. What you're doing, you're making everybody very uncomfortable. Okay, so the police officers who are investigating you and told me that Mike Neely was drugged well before that information was confirmed in depositions. We found out in January 2020. I emailed the Florida State's attorney in January 2020, again in February 2020, and in March 2020, and we said, this is not the guy who did it. This guy was drugged, and he could not have done it. And so that was confirmed in May 2020 at depositions of first responders who got to the crime scene and said, we didn't find a man who'd been knocked out in a drunken brawl. We found a man who had been drugged and he was dying of opioid overdose, and we treated him with Narcan and he came to. Okay, the same police officers have told me my son is in the hospital in Albuquerque after you gravely injured him and have tried to kill him more than once, and you are keeping me from taking care of my child, and that is my child. The other thing is, Mr. Perry and David Robertson want me destitute and walking, they said. We're quoting them. They can confirm my intel or not. Once it's confirmed, it goes to the prosecutor. It's evidence. Otherwise, it's just information that might be good information, it might be bad information. You've had a year to have my son get on FaceTime and tell me I'm fine. See? Can you see me? But you haven't, because he's not. Okay, so what has happened in order to coerce and intimidate me into being delivered is they've tried to make me broke. They've threatened to shut down my bank accounts. They've threatened to shut off my phone. They've threatened to starve me to death for years. Make me homeless. Kill me. They've threatened murder. They've tried to murder me repeatedly. My guys can prove that. You prove them wrong. You prove them wrong. You need to come up with a schedule as to where you've been, sir, for the past 10 years, Charles, and who you've been meeting with, and who you've been hanging out with, and what you're doing, and put it on the court docket in front of Judge McClendon and Judge Egan. Or shut up. You can do cell phone dumps. You can do CCTV. You can research your bank records, your credit card records, to see exactly where you were, when you were, what you were doing, who you were with. Sir, our guys have already done it. Okay, you want to go into court and lie, you're going to pay. You cause me a problem, you're going to pay. So they've made it where I can't make any money. They made it where I had to quit my other job. I had to, because I was being extorted. They were trying to make it look like I was stealing money. We've done the whole blog on that, the whole podcast on that. I'm not going to review it. Okay, so when you do things like that to me, you're a crime that you pay to cover up. We get details on it, sir. And these compounds are not home for unwed mothers. The women keep getting pregnant. You're selling the babies. Your guy said, I don't think it's worth to go through all this to try to traffic Cynthia. She can't have children, and we make money on the sale of the babies. Okay, and some of them get raped out. Prove you're not doing that. You prove it. I don't have to prove diddly squat. In the criminal case, the prosecutor does. I'm just a witness against you. Okay, your crime is your conduct is abhorrent and disgusting to normal people, which is everybody outside your little club of weirdo, and they want you gone, and that too. So here's the thing. So they've been so while I was door dashing, actually, they pretty much took over my DoorDash app and made it where I could not make any money. I'm just getting upside down orders, which means it costs me more to drive to pick up the food and take it to somebody's house than I'm gonna make. So you have to decline those. Or they will close up this zone, and she'll drive all the way to the other side of town where that zone's open, and as soon as second she gets there, we'll dry that one up. And then she'll have to drive all the way back and just go back and forth and just use up all her gas until she has no more money. And we know you guys did that. The guys can prove it. Sanjay and Calvin set those orders up. They can prove it. You proved me wrong. On fact. Don't lie about me. Don't murder me, don't retaliate, don't smear me, don't slander me. You prove me wrong on facts such as, if my son is not in a hospital in Albuquerque, New Mexico, struggling to live, after you gravely injured him on purpose, then get him on FaceTime to talk to me to prove that. Otherwise, you and anybody else keeping me from my son, you're obstructing justice. That's where my boss wants me, and she will charge you every day you do that. There would be 10 charges, and we've told you this for a year now. 10 charges for everybody keeping me from my son. Okay, now, while I was door dashing, I go into a Walgreens one night. It was kind of late, and the manager said, we are having a lot of problems finding people to work at night. We really need somebody to work at night. Are you interested? I said, I would love to work here. This definitely would have been better than door dashing or dancing. At the time, I'm living in my car for 6 months. They're not letting me make money. I have no food. I have no bath. My guys are going apeshit on them. We're getting all kinds of intel. My guys are pissed. You do not treat women like that. You do not. So we get a lot of intel out of that. We get a lot more intel the more cruel they are. So, I go on and apply, don't hear anything back, nothing. I go back in, they're like, did you not apply me? We really need you here. I said, I did, I got nothing. Okay, well, try again under a different email. Our managers really want you here. So I try again. And then I go back in and they go, oh, they found somebody else. So I've tried at Walgreens, Quick Trip, Target. Anybody can get a job at those places. You made sure I couldn't. Okay? I've done that repeatedly. But I was trying not to go back to dancing. But that's where you wanted me, because that's where you start pimping girls out. Yes or no? You're a human trafficker who pimps girls out. You want to pimp me out, yes or no? You think you're going to make me lie for you by creating a lot of duress and go get pimped out. And you're going to offer me an enticement of, we'll help you get a real estate license and we'll help you get a nursing degree, none of which I want, if you lie and if you get pimped out. And I said, no, you owe me money. And you owe me a fuck ton of money. $3,000 a day for watching me in the privacy of my home against my will, without my consent. $2,000 a day for illegally accessing all my other electronic devices. And you're invading my privacy in a very vulgar, nasty, disgusting, repulsive way that other people find abhorrent. Normal people, that's why they made it illegal. Normal people made it illegal because it's abhorrent. And you're sexually exploiting me. So you're making a profit. Our witness tells us you troll women, and then you put hidden cameras in their homes without their consent or knowledge. You just buy it by the landlord. Or you just buy a locksmith. And you go in and install cameras, then you broadcast us on the dark web and sell watch time. And we've heard you talking about how many fans I have or don't have, or do you think that'll get, when she does this, it'll get more fans, or when she does that, it'll get more fans. Different things you want me to do to get more fans. We've heard you. So you owe me $3,000 a day. Okay? You've never had your attorney. We've sent that invoice years ago. Your attorney has never disputed the bill, and we've told you before, every day that you continue to do that, you're consenting to pay the bill. Plus all the property damage, all the lost key relationships, and on and on. They got a forensic account that's keeping track of how much you owe me. It's a lot. And you owe Dennis for the injury you caused him too, separately. Each individual person separately. They'll get it for you. We don't care. We're going to do it. They're going to do it. We're getting the intel to do that. Okay, RICO violations, I believe, restitution is like 3 times what you cost retaliating me against me for reporting your crime to police. Local police, many times. I don't know, 3-4 times, right? Tulsa police had an opportunity to investigate you for obstruction of justice and destruction of evidence and perjury and witness tampering, and they just did not. We don't care what they're doing. The guys are doing it. It's fine. We'll do it for you. We got it. We don't need you. Never have. So, all this time I'm applying for jobs where pretty much anybody can get a job, and I can't get a job. So my ex-husband has to step in and help me. He threatened me with homelessness for you if I talk about my son or help my son. So that's duly noted for the record, and he'll have consequences, and it comes out of your ass. Gabaldon. We got Gabaldon's name and Girard's name out of the last time he did that. He causes a problem for me, for you, right back. He's not the injured party, and everybody's really mad at him right now for doing that to me, for you. Okay? I should be with my son helping take care of him, and you should not be anywhere near him. And because he has allowed that for a year and attacked me and acted like he's the injured party, my guys are going to deal with that, and he'll have to live with it. It's his choice. Okay? But it comes out of your ass when he does that to me, when he threatens me like that. We got Gabaldon's name out of the last time he did that, and Girard's. You want to do it again? Knock yourself out. But it comes out of your ass when you have him coerce me for you or try to intimidate me for you. He said, you're messing with your son's sobriety. No, my son is in a hospital. If not, show me and prove it to me by putting him on FaceTime that he's fine. Because my ex-husband's been telling me for a year he's fine, he's in LA. He's got living with roommates, he's working on his sobriety, blah, blah, blah. And it's your fault he was drinking anyway. Really? Is it? What would you have done if your dad had told you hurt your mother and hurt her in a devastating way, hurt her, since the time he was 10 years old? What would you have done? That kid's alive because of me, not you. So my guys are mad that you're doing that to me, that you would have the audacity to treat me that way and then act like you're the injured party. And they have made a note for the record that you're doing that to me. And you'll pay for that. It will cost you. So, Mr. Perry, when you call around and you want my boss's name and you don't get it, that's why. Okay, you do what you do, but you have to live with it. I don't want you. No one wants you guys around anymore. Nobody. Then, because he, again, treated me like shit, instead of having some respect for the woman keeping his son alive, who gave him a son. We got another one. They wanted her, they were pretty sure she might go to Albuquerque to see her son, to take care of him. And they were going to arrest her the second she walked through the hospital doors. Okay, duly noted for the record. You have my ex-husband to thank for that intel, because he thinks he's the injured party when he's putting his son in harm's way, knowingly, willfully putting his son in harm's way, and keeping his son interfering with the protection available to his son. So, you live with that. It will come out of your ass every time he does that to me. Because my guys don't play with that. They don't play. That's not, nope, you're not going to do that and get away with it. Not this time. So, Mr. Perry, you don't want help, or you would do exactly what my boss said. His orders are, I'm with my son, and I am not broke, motherfucker. You pay your fucking bill. Okay, you don't entice somebody into being raped with anything and think they're going to do that. You don't do this shit to me and think you don't tell me no and think my guys are going to give you a yes. They haven't. No one's helping you. They're helping us. Lastly, when we stop talking, we're done repeating. That doesn't mean we've changed our minds. That doesn't mean we've stopped working. That doesn't mean shit, and you saw that yesterday. I just don't do what you wanted me to do because I know what to do. We got the intel. Here's what they are planning. Here's what you do to get around it. So then I know to do that. And you guys go, that didn't work. That just pissed her off. Every day, all day long, same old thing. You do the same thing. You do this. You get the same results. And it is insane that you get up and do the same thing and expect different results. We have no words for that kind of stupid. That is a special kind of stupid because you've done it for 15 years, a decade and a half. Okay, so you want to do it again, that's fine. But when we go silent, that means we're done repeating. 419 pages, Mr. Perry, people get the point. You're either a human trafficker or you're not. You're trying to sell me and coerce me and intimidate me or you're not. You're holding hostages or you're not. You killed a cop or you didn't. Okay, I'd rather be dead than help you. I'd rather be dead. I knew the second I stepped up to help Mike Neely, you might try to kill me too. I did it anyway. I did it under great duress for a long time, living in my car with no bath and no food. I was not going to help you. I didn't slip up with my boss's name, and I didn't fucking call you. Did I? No. You aren't going to get the help. You haven't in 15 years. Your money buys us the intel that I need to know what to do to get around so your plan doesn't work. Your plan didn't work yesterday or the day before that or the day before that, and you're paying us to get that information, Mr. Perry. You are hated. All of you. And for David to run around and go, don't make me do what I don't want to have to do. What the fuck does that even mean, David? You think that makes you tough acting like that? Hey, Goddess Intel, we found out you said that. Okay? So every time my ex-husband's an ass to me, and my bills aren't paid on time, and I don't have what I need, I shouldn't have to ask for help, sir, but if the answer, if I do, it better not be no, or we're going to get intel. The guys tell me yes, here's more intel. So the last time he did that to me, I'm going to make you homeless. I'm not going to help you anymore. Because you're trying to help your son, and I don't like that, and I'm the injured party here. Okay, we got Gabaldon's name out of that. We got Girard's name out of that. He comes out of your ass every time. And then the last 24 hours, he did it again. So we got this hospital thing. If she goes to the hospital in Albuquerque, where her son is. Now, how do you think we know that? Intel, police investigation, uncovered that information. Your money bought that for us. She was supposed to be arrested the second she walked through the doors of the hospital where he is, trying to care for her son. They gravely injured, and they're with him, and she's not. And a lot of people have a big problem with that. My boss said, I want you with your son. If I send you somewhere, that's where I want you. And if they interfere, they're going to get charged with obstruction of justice. All of them, every single one of them. We're just racking it and stacking it. So since you know everything and you got all the power and money, princess, tell me what day they're going to arrest you. You tell us. So we're about done talking because we're done repeating. Okay, you're the only people we have to say it twice for. You abhor normal people. That's why they made what you're doing illegal. Because it's abhorrent to normal people. And you don't get that. What my ex-husband is doing to me is abhorrent to normal people and to my boss. And so you can't get even his name. Didn't you call somebody? I need you to call these guys and get them to back off of us and get them to fire her. And he said, and give me a name to call. Who do I call? See, I don't think they're open to backing off or firing her. If they're not even open to getting you their name so that I know who to call. What you're doing is not working. Give her what she wants, give it back and get out, like they told you to do 6 years ago. Because it looks to me like it's working for her, not you. You're complaining about results you know you're going to get. It's the same thing for 15 years, every day. So they're not going to help if they're pissed off. And every time you cause her a problem, it's pissing her off. And what you're doing to her son, I'm sure is top of the list. As a parent, that's top of the list of things pissing them off. They're not going to help you if they're pissed. So give her what she wants so maybe at least I can get a name. Because I don't know who these guys are. I don't know what they have, and I don't know what they're going to do with it. But I can tell you one thing. They're not open to backing off or firing her. If they're not open to even getting you a name, sir, what planet are you on? So, until you give me a name of who to call, there's nothing I can do. There's nothing anybody can do. Maybe you ought to stop pissing them off. Stop being an ass to her, having her ex-husband be an ass to her. Why is her ex-husband letting you guys try to kill her son all the time? And he's trying to keep her from him? He's punishing her for trying to help him? His son? That's his son. One and only son. So I can imagine you got her people pretty outraged against you. They're not going to help you. They're not going to fire her, and they're not going to help you. You have to stop. Because you're just pissing them off. And your thing hasn't worked in 15 years. It's not going to. It's not going to. So, you want to keep throwing money down the drain? knock yourself out. But I don't have even the name of somebody to call because no one wants to give you that information. They're horrified by what you're doing. And you're inflaming the situation and you're pissing them off. So until you stop, and maybe I can get her people calmed down enough to get a name, nobody can help you. Okay, there's your shovel, go dig. Okay, also, I did file a QTAM for Michael Neely and a motion to intervene. And all of that is right here. Okay? All of it's here. Anybody can read it. It's on, the motion to intervene is public record. It's on the docket. This is how long I've been wanting Mr. Perry to leave me the fuck alone. Okay, I rejected him, I left. There's a bunch of court cases here where the things happened that didn't make sense and people are mad about it. Okay, people were mad that Dennis and I had to leave Lubbock. They were mad at you, Charles, that you did things to me to make me have to leave Lubbock, and that you made my life very uncomfortable. You're very creepy, and you need to stop, or you're going to be stopped. Okay, you don't go around telling people we're married because we're not. A forgery, sir, is a crime, not a commitment. You call my banks, my guys are going to put all of you in jail. You stay away from my banks. You should know anything about my banks. You should know anything about where I am or what I'm doing. And when you guys run around and go, well, we don't understand how she can just do whatever she wants and just get away with it and nobody says anything. What I do is none of your business. It doesn't concern you, nosy Nancy. You fucking get a life and get out of mine. Okay? It's none of your business. There's a reason we do what we do. It doesn't concern you and you're not entitled to that information. You're not entitled to it. Okay? You fuck off. Or we'll do it for you. Okay? This is the letter to the U.S. Attorney I sent in 2015. This is the harassment emails. We're going to send her home, harass the hell out of her, and then when she complains about it, we'll say she's harassing us. We're going to lie, and knowingly lie, and willfully lie. Repeatedly. In a court, under oath. Yep. Do what you do. We had that information in like 2017. See? My motion to intervene for Mike Neely. He didn't do it. He couldn't have. Okay, I don't know Mike. I've interacted with him 3 times. I went over that in my email. I'm not going over it again. I have other things to do today. Okay? There's the docket. The motion to intervene is on the docket. See? Right there. I went to great lengths to help this police officer that the facts told me, not a relationship. I don't have a relationship with Mike Neely. I had a few interactions with him. I certainly don't have a relationship with him, not even a friendship. I don't even know the guy. I interacted with him on 2 occasions, maybe 3. He and Lucky and Brett Gibson were very professional, almost to the point of being rude. Very professional. Every time I interacted with him. Okay? And Jerry Ridley. Okay, so Jerry was not rude. Jerry was a little more friendly, but he wasn't flirtatious by any stretch. He was just normal friendly. These people were very professional, all 4 of them. Mike Neely, Lucky Miller, Chief Ridley, and Brett Gibson were always very, very professional. Lucky and Brett were almost rude. And Chief Ridley and Mike were a little bit more friendly, but still very, very professional. Okay? If you don't like that, this is not my problem. It's really not. Okay, when you get caught, you're not the injured party. You don't need to be where I am, Charles, so why are you? Why were you in Pensacola? Give the judges a full account of what you were doing in Pensacola on the night of the murder. And when you were there before setting all that murder up, and thereafter trying to cover it up. Okay, did you tamper with the judge and the jury? Because we already know the answer to that question. Those 2 judges, Judge McClendon and Judge Egan, need to figure it out. They need to get their own facts. Listen, we don't share information. If you're involved in this, you better fucking do your own homework. Charles, if you contact me, I will find out more information before you do it. I don't want to hear from you. You're not to invade my privacy anymore, rapist. You're not. Okay, you're a rejected, failed, too fucktard to move on like the rest of us. You simply cannot keep up with the rest of a civilized society who's normal. And cannot imagine why anyone would do what you've done. So we get the help and you do not. Because you act like that. That's a subpoena. That's the deposition. Okay? So all of this stuff, sir, is on the record in the criminal case against you already. as is everything that my ex-husband has done to try to intimidate and coerce me for you. All the threats. I'm gonna make you homeless. I'm gonna make you... Are you? Okay. Wow, now you got his Gabaldon's name because you pissed my people off. Now you got his Girard's name because you pissed my people off. Now you got us this recording. If we are hoping she would go to Albuquerque to take care of her son and we have her arrested before she walks through the hospital doors. Because we're going to allow murderers around that kid, his kid. And not the woman trying to do her everything she can to protect him. Her kid. That's my child. So, how many people get an obstruction of justice charge every day you keep me? I go where I go, where my boss assigns me. And if you interfere, he'll charge you with obstruction of justice. You tell me what day they're going to bang on your door and take your ass to jail. Right now, you're paying with intel. It's been that way for 15 years. Every day, all day long. Your money bought us intel. I bought us those names, Girard and Gabaldon. Gabaldon, I understand, said he was scared shitless I was going to show up. Is he? Is he with my son? I mean, you proved me wrong, bitch. Or shut up. On fact. Not slander. Oh, we can't get Dennis on FaceTime so that she can see that maybe the people she works for didn't tell her the truth about his condition. Your boss is lying to you. Look, here he's on FaceTime. See, he's fine. He's in LA. He's doing fine. We're gonna slander you and say she's wrong. She's just crazy. So you can't prove me wrong on fact. You'd have done it by now. You're trying to do retaliation, slander, murder, kidnapping, rape. And we're all like, yeah, I don't think so. Not this time. You do something to me, you're going to pay for it. It'll come out of your ass. And they're going to use it against you in a criminal case. I told you I don't want your enticements, and I'm not going to succumb to your threats. I will not be your bitch. I'd rather be dead. I will not do that. It's beneath me. Okay? You give back what you took and you pay your fucking bill and you get out of my life. Or the guys will do it for you. That's just what we're doing. That's not an ultimatum. That's just what we're doing. We'll get more and do it for you. Oh shit, look, we got more again today. Silence means we're done repeating for you. That's all that means. It doesn't mean I'm fired. Doesn't mean anybody changed their mind. It doesn't mean shit. It means we're just done repeating the same fucking thing for you. Mental slow. Okay, so this was Chief Miller. We're tired of getting asked to pull her over. They're asking us to harass her. So clearly it didn't take us too long to figure out she's not the one harassing. She's being harassed by these guys. Okay, there's the hotel room. Mr. Perry, if you contact me, I get more. And you just did it again. So that's duly noted for the record. Always after my car. Always wanting me walking. Stalker pictures. Yep. Mr. Perry likes to take stalker pictures. It's not legal. The last highlight is in it. It's not legal, but I'm going to have her car towed and sold before she figures that out. That was from August 2019 in Manfred. He hasn't stopped trying to do that. He hasn't. Either if it's not, I sold my car because I got sick and tired of being threatened with a pullover. A targeted pullover. Mr. Perry claims not to know where I live, and yet he knows where to have a targeted pullover arranged, or which grocery I'm going to go to so he can put poison food on the shelves. Prove me wrong, bitch. You can't, can you? You would have done it by now. You resort to retaliation and threats of homelessness, and threats of murder and kidnapping, and threats of destitution, because you can't prove me wrong on fact, or you would have done it by now. Yep, you're tough picking on a woman, aren't you? People don't respect my ex-husband. They don't respect you for treating me the way you have. So you don't get the help I do, and then I know what to do. And it's been that way for 15 years. Well, we've already told you all this. We're repeating again. Okay, saw people coming around and stalking her, taking stalker pictures so they can take it to court and prove they're not stalking. How does taking stalker pictures wherever I am, and you shouldn't know anything about that, gonna prove you're not stalking me? Yeah, you guys are not all there, are you? All the car accidents. I'm always hit at the wheel. They hit me, I don't hit it. All the bed bugs. Had a dispute with my bill with Rinkish, the owner at Lakeshore. I'm not going to pay you if I'm getting eaten alive by bedbugs, Rinkish. Kill the bedbugs. We had that argument for 7 months. Then I said, okay, I'll pay you. Here's some payment arrangements I'll make with you. Okay, they refused payment and kicked me out. Now that's 2 of them. No, that's 3. That was the house in Lubbock, that was Lakeshore, and that was Sky Motel. 3 times you had me kicked out after payment was refused. So, duly noted for the record. Yep, the guys got it, Charles. They have the information to tie up loose ends, like your guy said. You're blindsided because you're stupid and you're a dum-dum. Okay, why do I have the information beforehand, Charles? You can't answer that question. That's not my problem, bitch. He had a lot of, they tried to blame the bed bugs on me. I'm like, I don't have the bed bugs. You're telling me you've had them all over the place for a long time, before I even got here. Well, sure shit, look at that. It's all over the Google. They got bed bugs at that place. Either way, you're the owner, you clean it up, bitch. That's your responsibility as the owner of this hotel, is you clean up your shit. It's not my responsibility. He was trying to make me do it. I was like, oh my God. Yeah. Okay, so I filed a complaint with Consumer Reports. They had a little old lady living there, and they told me she was covered in bed bug bites, but that's almost adult abuse. Bed bug bites. Now, somebody told me they're harmless. Okay, here's the thing, though. You have an open sore, you stupid fuck. Whoever said that to me, Mr. Perry, every contact gets me more. Okay, so duly noted for the record, he just contacted me again, so he will get more. That'll cost him. He'll do it anyway. He knows it costs him when he contacts me. He knows it costs him when he takes something from me and when he causes a problem for me, and he does it anyway. So what does that tell you? For 15 years he's done it anyway. What does that tell you? He has to want to get caught, or he'd stop. Yep. Okay, so you got these open sores on you, like this, and you're scratching them. If you're scratching an open sore, I mean, they itch like hell. It's like mosquito bite, except worse. You could get an infection from that, you dumb fuck. Who, Richard? Were you the one that said that? Oh, I know they're uncomfortable, but it's harmless. You should have just lived with it. No, it's a health problem. It's a health code violation, actually. You know why? Because you can scratch that, and it will get infected, and you got a problem. You stupid fuck. Since when is Richard a doctor? Okay, so, yeah, no, they can cause health problems, actually. You got a little old lady who can barely take care of herself, and she's covered with them. You think that's not adult abuse? I thought it was. I was like, that is outrageous. I can't believe you're doing that to her. I think you need to get control of this situation. Okay, well, Rinkish will get you some money. You go buy some bug spray. Oh, my God. That's what you're going to do? That's how you're going to take care of this? I might get some bug spray that'll keep them out of my room for maybe a week, and they'll be right back in. They travel from room to room. Mr. Perry, every time you contact me, I get more information. You do not. So you just did it again. Duly noted for the record. He types in my other phone. Get out of my phones. Get out of my privacy. This is not a phone call. I'm doing a recording in the privacy of my home. This is not a conversation I'm trying to have with you. I'm recording something. So you contacted me again. We're going to get intel every time you contact me. And every minute you invade my privacy, and every penny you take from me, and every second with my kid you take from me, you're going to get a criminal charge. You can lie to yourself all you want. You can bullshit yourself all you want. You can make believe all you want. You can sit there and pretend all you want. We get the intel either way. Okay, we're not asking who leaked, and we're not asking who told. We're not asking how they find out what we just said in our phone call or meeting. You are. And you act like you think it's the other way around, and that's not my problem either. So I filed this for the little old lady and for me. I was sick of it. I was really sick of it. But they mistreated me, as it does my ex-husband. So we get intel, sir. Because they're doing it for you. My ex-husband does not act like the man I married. He acts like you. Mr. Perry, if you contact me, I'm going to get more intel. You're not getting help. I will. And you just did it again. Wait, during this podcast, he's asked me if Rinkus is a leak and if my ex-husband's a leak. I'm not told how information was obtained, and I don't want to help you, but since you asked me for information, I'll get information, not you. I got 112 names of your people because you do shit like that. I have 9.5 million of your phone calls and meetings that are incriminating because you do shit like that. You're not to contact me at all. You're not to invade my privacy. I'm not to be broke or nobody will help you. I'm not to be kept from my son or nobody will help you. And yet you're asking me if Rinkish and my ex-husband is a leak. Okay, that's going to be a problem for you for the rest of the day. You don't get help, I do. In 15 years, it's the same thing. Every contact, every problem, every loss, I get more. Every contact, every problem, every loss, I get more. Every contact, every problem, every loss, I get more, and Charles does it anyway. Okay. And you don't want to get caught? You sure? We don't believe you. See this? You don't like that she finds out before? No. Bullshit. Or if you didn't like that, you'd stop. It's been this way 15 years. Okay, well, her people understand what everyone wants. It's not this. They don't like that her ex-husband treats her like that. They don't like it that every time you have somebody treat her like shit. They don't like you making her broke and keeping her from her kids. So she'll find out again tomorrow. 15 years of this. 15 years, millions of dollars? What's one more day, one more million? You do what you do, buddy. Make no mistake. When we go silent, we're just done repeating.